I was struck by the first reading today. Literally, it fell on me. Okay, that wasn't that funny. The gifts and the call of God are irrevocable. That God, when He gives gifts to us, He never takes them away. And then St. Paul, it's like he goes into this ecstasy. Oh, the depths of the riches and wisdom and knowledge of God. How inscrutable are His judgments, how unsearchable His ways. That God is so much greater than our intellect. We cannot grasp at God, not with our mind, and yet we can grasp at Him with our hearts. While our intellect cannot hold God, our love can. And it's interesting, who has known the mind of the Lord, who has been His counselor? This is the great thing. You know, a lot of times people think, well, we can kind of understand God, but if you really know theology is not about telling us about God, it's telling us about what God is not. We talk about, like, God is immortal. We're basically saying, we're not sure exactly what He is, but He's not mortal. He's infinite. We don't know exactly what it is, but He's not finite. We're talking about the via negativa, the negative way, as they talk about in theology, is we're talking about what God is not, because we can't really pin God to the wall, as it were, about what He is, because He's so beyond us. He's so beyond. Who has known the mind of the Lord? Who has been His counselor? Who has given Him anything that He may be repaid? He is so beyond us. And yet, He says to each of us, you matter to me. I am so beyond you, and yet you matter to me. And the impressive thing is, Jesus tells us in His Last Supper discourse, He says, I no longer call you slaves, I call you friends. Because a slave doesn't know what his master is doing. I've called you friends because I've revealed to you all that the Father is doing. And while we can't know the mind of the Lord in its fullness, we can't grasp the depths of it. Like the whole thing that He's talking about here is, you know, how God has given the gift of Paul to the people of Israel, and it looks like they're kind of falling to the wayside, and yet He says they're not. They are still the chosen people. That call is not given away, and that somehow, in God's incredible plan, it will work out in the way He wills. And we can't see and understand the whole thing. And yet God says, if you get close to my heart, I will reveal to you things about what I'm doing. Even though we don't have a clue as to the full scope of everything, He will reveal to us things beyond our understanding. So we turn to the Lord today and ask for that wonder and awe that St. Paul had. The wonder and awe of Almighty God, that we may just be astonished at the incredible gift that God has given to us, calling us deep into His heart, that while we may not be able to understand with our minds fully, we can grasp Him with our hearts, with our love.